Welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
Sarah Louise, what's the first thing you used to do when you'd go to meet someone new, particularly, say, at a job interview?
Well, you used to go to shake their hand. But that being said, I'm in no rush to shake anyone's hand right now.
You are certainly not alone. In Western societies, there's been a history of the handshake as the de facto way to meet someone new, particularly in work or business settings. While we may prefer waving or hugging when we're addressing people familiar to us, the handshake has remained the go-to greeting in a lot of settings.
The handshake has a deeper history than you might think. There's some suggestion that it dates back thousands of years, but may have become particularly popularized by the Quakers, a religious sect that historically was known for fostering equality in the 17th century. The handshake was a preferred greeting in this community as it seemed fairer than the bow or tipping of hats that was common but suggested a somewhat imbalanced power dynamic.
Over the years, the handshake has remained strong and a symbol of goodwill. A single handshake can make headlines due to the implication of peace and understanding in political circles. In the white-collar working world, handshakes are seen as so critical to doing business that there are often classes on how to do it just right. Some business studies have shown that a good and proper handshake can improve negotiations and let all participants indicate their willingness to cooperate.
That being said, a handshake is frankly not a great idea during a pandemic, or even during cold and flu season. As we so often use our hands to mindlessly touch our faces, which we often don't even notice, hand-to-hand contact is a great way to spread some of our germs to other people. Some doctors have even recommended against handshakes both in the wider world, but particularly in hospital wings with sensitive patients, such as neonatal care units, to reduce the risk of infection a handshake may bring.
So with the world increasingly nervy about shaking hands with strangers in these trying times, how do we replace this social ritual? For many people, a handshake is such a culturally ingrained greeting that it's hard to envision life without this tradition.
A range of new greeting options have arisen or made a resurgence in the past month. These have included everything from a wave, to the namaste greeting, to the bow, to the Vulcan salute. While all of these motions represent other ways of communicating goodwill and an acknowledgement of the other person, some people wonder if we can really shake the handshake given its long-term significance.
Ultimately, we have to do what we're comfortable with. It might be that in the future, people are more flexible in accepting a range of greetings. It's likely that the handshake will return as vaccinations go up and confidence in interacting with others increases. But it's also likely that people will be more flexible, addressing and accepting a range of other greetings that are a little less hands-on.
We hope that you find your way to the greeting that works best for you, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!